he was just an ordinary teacher in the countryside, teaching swordsmanship to others. But what he didn't know was, all the students he taught had become the world's top experts. At first, Jack thought his teaching skills were exceptional, but he didn't realize that he was actually a super master. His swordsmanship had already reached a level no one could match. However, since he had lived in the countryside for so long, he had no idea how terrifying his strength was. He was known as the strongest sword saint in the countryside, and that's why his students grew stronger and stronger. But until recently, Jack had no clue. He had never left the village, always thinking his swordsmanship was just slightly better than average, enough to inherit his father's dojo and make a living. Jack's parents had always hoped for a grandson, but at 40 years old, Jack still didn't have a girlfriend. Then one day, a beautiful girl suddenly came to the village, and everything changed. It turned out that the girl, Lisa, was one of Jack's former students. Now, Lisa had become the captain of the kingdom's night order. She came to offer Jack the position of special instructor for the night order, and the king had already approved it. At first, Jack thought he wasn't capable enough to take on the role, but now, with the king's signature on the appointment letter, Jack followed Lisa to the night order. Lisa announced to everyone that Jack would be their new instructor, and she said she was no match for him. This shocked the entire night order, because Lisa was the strongest person in the kingdom. Therefore, Jack's strength was difficult to believe, but some still questioned Jack's abilities, because even though Jack had been Lisa's teacher, that was when she was a child. They didn't think Jack's strength was enough to be an instructor for the night order, so one of them challenged Jack.